All right.
There
You again. Somebody has asked us to explain why they think the RDLC is so successful based around this whole sense of belonging, and why would competitors want to be in the same room, and why opening your kimono and talking about your business in detail is not just cathartic, it actually helps you just reshape stuff. You're not really giving away. So the question is, this whole sort of sense of belonging and being part of a network, why do you think people like it so much, and why do you think it works?
I think because just our industry, when you're kind of in a recruitment business, you're dealing with people, your interaction, you've got to like people. You've got to sell people, you work with people, you've got no assets, you only got people. But it was always a retention factor years ago to say, look, don't go there. They're not as good as us. We've got everything. And that was always deep ingrained, I think, in our sector. But the reason we're successful is exactly the same as the reason we were successful after our first ever lunch. It's exactly the same today. Is that once you do open up and you know you can trust, and you and I have both been to recruitment events in the past, pre-RDLC, where we know people were lying about their performance and what they were doing, and it didn't give you a sense of, okay, well, I've got no comparison. And that's kind of what you want to know. Am I up? Am I down? Am I better than the market, lower than the market? What am I doing? Right? You need to know that. And we found that they started to ask each other questions in terms of their businesses and output, not clients, not candidates. And once you, concession of obligation, once I give you something, you're going to give me something back. And that happened, and it was like verbal tennis. Yeah, I'll give you some information. Oh, I've got this, and then that creates that virtuous cycle. So you're all throwing stuff into the mix, into that boiling pot, and you're getting so much more back, right? Because you've got all this information, and you can make an informed decision. Now, you're in competition with these people, whether you like it or not. Surely, it's better to have a bigger piece of pie to go after, where they're giving you information. They're not going to tell you their client's name. They're not going to tell you their candidates' names. That sort of stuff. That's what you blend and build a relationship with at each point of sale. You're the broker for making that marriage happen. But they might tell you about their infrastructure, and they might tell you about their cost base. They might tell you about how their commission structure works. And that kind of mutual arm's length relationship we've seen actually just explode. And I tell you what, especially during this, although it's been good for the last 2 quarters or quarter and a bit, it's been an uncertain time for everybody. It's, uncertain up until Boris moves the goalposts again, as I think you've called before, the groundsman. He keeps moving the goalposts, so we all miss the target. And that might happen, but that uncertainty isn't just around doing a deal today. It's uncertainty about your business, about the economy, about tax rises, about anything. Who do you go to? Do you go and pay a professional thousands of pounds to give you bias advice, or do you go to a forum of individuals who have experts there as well, that you can toss these ideas around and get an information of people in your position, in a position you want to get to, and a position where you dream of being? I just don't know why it wouldn't explode, and it has.
It's quite funny. When we first came up with the whole concept of the RDLC, we actually thought, would competitors mind having their competitors in the same room? We couldn't have been further from the truth, because that's the single people who absolutely understand your world, your economy, your drivers, and being able to compare notes about markets, what is and isn't working for them, helps both of their businesses go forward. Because as you're right, there are so many other competitors out there. It's like us plucky band against the rest. It is worth noting, though, that recruitment is riddled with dickheads. And we work incredibly hard to make sure they're not part of the RDLC. There's only one dickhead in the RDLC, but without me, the magic wouldn't work. But we do work very hard at not having anybody in there who isn't there for the right reasons. And to get back, you do need to share. So but again, there's no cartelling. We're never talking about companies, rates, candidates. It's always about specific business-related issues.
It is. It's business all day long, and I think it's been a godsend during lockdown, because we are dealing with our staff and whatever else, and you as a business leader, you're almost the font of energy for all of this going on. They want to see that you're doing and coping with lockdown better than anybody else, because if you're doing it, it gives me something to aspire to. But who do you turn to? Who's going to give you some input about where they're at and comparisons and how you should be doing something, or whether it's right or whether it's wrong, or just whether it's indifferent, you need a conversation. The RDLC is just coming to its own. I see every day the questions and answers, and I quite honestly, a lot of the time I think I'll answer that one, but someone else puts something else that's exactly the same, or it's another point of view, and this happens all the time. And I just sometimes sit back and read it because it's brilliant. Everybody likes to learn. Everybody likes to get better. This isn't me.
And we learn, right? We learn all the time.
Value you get is unbelievable. And so it's not. We have a lunch and we chat about stuff, and no, this doesn't turn off. This is like an MBA every day.
It's 365. It literally is. It's absolutely non-stop in it. So it's brilliant. Like if anybody was thinking about joining the network, come and join the bund where we are the most creative. We are coming up with the ideas. We are driving people forward. It is the most engaged, and actually, we do have a lot of fun doing it. You will fall back in love with the industry, your sector, and your business. And
that's the main thing. Is we're very very factual, structural, and whatever else. But the emotions that's driven by this, because we have such a good time doing it. Because it's so nice to be with people that you can talk to about what you do every day and get an honest answer. I know that itself is worth its weight in gold.
It's weight in vaccine.
Weight in vaccine, yeah.
All right, keep smiling.
You too.